Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be checking out two Irish folk songs. The first is by Christy, the second by the Waterboys. And I guess it's important for you to know, but I've never listened to either of those two groups before, so this is going to be a very fresh reaction for you all from that perspective. And to be honest, Irish folk music, and maybe just folk music in general, is not my area of expertise, but whenever I listen to it, I end up enjoying it because of the heavy emphasis on strings. If you guys don't know, I am a guitarist at heart, and I appreciate all different kinds of string instruments, and folk music, that tends to be a major focus. But super excited to be checking these two songs out today. But before we dive in, a massive thank you goes to David for making this reaction request and for bringing two new artists to the channel. Now, let's jump into it. Jesus, that first note. It's like they are recording it right there. It's so proximal. Oh, that is such a pretty melody with the strings in the back.
Through you ride the finest horse I've ever seen.
Oh, I like the accent.
Standing 16, 1 or 2, with eyes wild and green.
Beautiful tone to his voice.
You ride the horse so well, hands light to the touch.
The way I would describe his voice just after 3 lines of hearing him, it feels like rich is a great descriptor for him. It feels like hearty is another great descriptor for his voice. There's a weight to his voice whenever he sings.
I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you.
Oh,
I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to.
I love how the floor of this track is just slowly raising.
When you ride into the night,
It's very beautiful, very calming.
behind, run your claw along my gut.
Good.
One last time, I turn to face an empty space where you used to lie, and look for the spark that lights the night through a teardrop in my eye. Ride on, see you.
I feel so warm on the inside as I listen to this. It is so comforting.
I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride
It's okay,
on,
leave me behind. We could have never done this journey together anyways.
I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to.
Wow. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh, the layering. Each string together just heightens the emotionality. The first song I'm reacting to today is making me feel this way. Wow, I love this suggestion of Christy Moore Ride On. I think every single aspect of the mix there was so beautiful. The composition, simple, but simple with emotion does wonders. I love how earnest the vocal delivery is, and I think if I counted correctly, there were 4 distinct string layers. 2 were acoustic. One was accounting for that forward mic position, that like more baritone kind of sound. That was one. Then there was a left acoustic guitar kind of bubbling in my left headphone. Then the strings would appear like the orchestra, the lushness would appear kind of like in the kind of back right area of my headphones. And then lastly, that really, I think there was like a higher pitched I don't know if it was an acoustic note or a synthesizer note or what, but it would kind of come out like a bit of a shooting star and brighten up that moment in the track. But this song is beautiful. I love the meaning too here, because it's a very, like, you could call it like bittersweet song, but this tragic moment where you have this shared experience with this person, whoever it is, whatever conditions it was around, and you both love each other, you care for one another, and you don't want to necessarily part ways, but you're seeing now with just, pragmatism in mind, realism in mind, you're seeing that maybe it's you who has to ride on and I need to be left behind, or I need to take at least a bit of a different path here. And it depends on how abstract you want to leave it, but I think it can apply to a great many situations, whether it be like, impending loss of life, you're, on your deathbed and you're parting ways. It could be an ending of a friendship or relationship. It could just be the acknowledgement that what we were cannot be what we will be. But dude, that's why, like, at any level of analysis of the song, you're going to come away with the statement, that was beautiful. It's in the melody, it's in the textures, it's in the atmosphere, it's in the vocal delivery, it's in the lyrics. Like, that was just a beautiful song through and through. I would be happy to listen to more Christy Moore if that's what he's got. But let's check out the next track here. This one is by the Waterboys. This is a different approach for sure. Very upbeat, the sort of brighter side of it, less ballady.
Lindsay was my first love. She was in my class. I would have loved to take her out, but I was too shy to ask.
This reminds me of Bruce Springsteen a little bit.
The fullness of my feeling was never made clear.
Never made clear. I like the emphasis rhythmically there.
But I send her my love and a bang on the ear.
Is that like that loving tap that, like, parents will sometimes do to their children? Like, oh, like they'll slap you on the cheek or on the ear, I guess.
Nora was my girl when I first was in a group.
Nora. feel like that's a very Irish name.
I can still see her to this day, stirring chicken soup. Now she's living in Australia, working for an auctioneer. But I send her my love and a bang on the ear.
I like the vibe of this one, super upbeat for me.
Deborah broke my heart, and I the willing fool. I fell for her one summer on the road to Liverpool.
Oh, what is that? Another instrument.
I thought it was forever, but it was over within the year. Oh dear. But I sent her.
There is a lot going on in this arrangement as well. I'm definitely picking up on a lot of like strings, like your fiddles, your acoustic guitars. I don't think there's accordion. I know that's part of what you may hear in like Irish folk music. I thought I heard woodwinds in there too, or some kind of brass. It was very thin, so I'll have to listen back and try to point it out.
It was over within the year.
Oh, mandolins are usually in folk music.
But I sent her my love and the bang on the ear.
Listen to the simplicity in this bass line. Kind of like oscillating on two notes for a while, then there's a bit of movement, and then back to the two notes. Okay, this is really satisfying. Satisfying on the ears.
The home I made with Bella became a house of pain.
I think the reason I was thinking of Bruce Springsteen as I heard this was in the vocal delivery. If you'll notice, the singer like will oftentimes not sound out of breath at the end of the phrase, but more so let out that last like articulation from their breath. I've noticed Bruce Springsteen will do that a lot, and it makes the vocal delivery feel a bit more conversational rather than sung, which Bruce is very well known for. It's like half the songs, it's as if he is just sharing a story from his real life, rather than being something like sung. And I kind of note that in here.
The home I made with Bella became a house of pain.
And even the way he kind of like constricts his voice just a little bit. It's a like a, I don't know how to describe this. I'm having trouble with this one. It's a bit of like a vocal fry, but it's not full vocal fry. It's like a non-committal vocal fry that sort of indicates a bit of weariness in the voice. But if you just like relaxed and didn't add any vocal fry, everything would just feel normal. So we're like a shade in that direction.
We weathered it together, bound by a ball and chain. It started up in Fife, it ended up in tears. But I sent her my love and the bang on the ear. Crystal was a rover.
So he has every girl ever. We've got a Krista, we've got a Nora. What else did we have? A
We
Bella.
crossed swords in San Francisco. We both lived to tell the tale.
It's like Mambo number 5.
I don't know now where she is. Oh, but if I had her here, I'd give her my love and a bang on the ear.
I do want to look up the meaning of that expression just so that I know it as I'm reacting here, because this is not an idiom that I'm familiar with. A bang on the ear is an Irish Celtic expression for an affectionate pat on the head, kiss, or fond farewell, often used to mean say hello/love to her/him for me. Okay, so I actually nailed it. Context clues, man. That's what it's all about.
I'd give her my love and a bang on the ear.
This is like an infinitely loopable song too, by the way. You can just add verse after verse after verse. It's a version of like a jam band, so you could call it maybe like folk jam. Sounds like there's organ underneath the piano. Very quiet. And for those of you who don't know, piano is also a string instrument, so very much in line.
So my woman of the hearth fire, harbor of my soul. I watch you lightly sleep and I sense the dream that does unfold like gold.
Whoa, what was that?
You to me
You
are
hear this kind of oscillation in your right headphone? The optimistic part of me says that that's accordion.
I watch you lightly sleep and I sense the dream that does unfold like gold.
Oh, it's like running a track around your brain.
You to me are treasure.
That sounds like
You
accordion.
to me are dear.
Maybe harmonica?
So I'll give you my love and a bang on the ear.
It's a very different vibe from Ride On. Whereas Ride On felt more of this like emotional ballad and outpouring. This is just good-natured folk fun. What is the setting for a song like this? You're at like a barnyard bash. Like a beautiful summer's day. What is the appropriate venue to listen to a song like this? Because I do not have the cultural context. Honestly, I feel like I might listen to this on like a summer's day drive. It has that really positive vibe to it. Bright and warming. It's fun to sing along to too. It really feels like that's accordion. There's vibes in this. Yeah. This is what I would have guessed we were going to be listening to today. If you asked me beforehand, like, what do I think Irish folk music sounds like? I would have predicted more of what we got with the Waterboys than what we had with Christy more. But I think in terms of like my own emotional enjoyment, I really loved what we had with Christy. Just a super emotionally rich song, very measured. The tempo was like perfect in my opinion, and you could hear every string so clearly, and they fit together so well with all aspects of the melody. I feel like that song for me was perfection, and I loved hearing it. And with the Waterboys, this is a track that I probably would listen to less because it just doesn't really, I don't know like in what environment I would really listen to it, if you know what I mean. And you know, I've said the same thing too about like country back in the day, where I actually actively avoided listening to country music, but over time, as I got used to it and started to enjoy it more, you know, now I'm like, oh, country, like I can't even remember the days where I hated country or just actively avoided it. Now, I don't exactly feel the same with Irish folk music here with this kind of style from the Waterboys. I just feel like it's a fun listen, but like I don't know where and when to listen to it. Like I gave you the example of like in the car, but then I asked myself like I have so many songs that like I want to play it while I'm driving in the car. Is this going to be the one that I kind of reach for first? Maybe not. And it has nothing to do with like the song being good or bad. I actually think the song is really well arranged and orchestrated. It's a fun melody, fun lyrics. So let me know, like, you know, convince this American brain of mine where and when this song should be listened to, because I do want to get more familiar with these, you know, subgenres that exist outside of, let's say, the Western bubble that I exist in. And maybe I'm being a little bit a little bit hyperbolic because we listen to so much music on this channel. Yeah, I think this with the Waterboys, I have to get more adjusted to their style and hear more of their stuff. But in terms of musicality, they brought everything that they needed to, and this made for a really fun double reaction. Thank you very much for the request today. If you guys enjoyed the reaction and would like to request one yourselves, you can do so by using the first link in the description box below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.